Ynab for Beginners 2025 Complete Guide for Personal Finances.
In this guide, I'll walk you through exactly how to get started with YNAB in 2025 and set up a complete personal finance system that gives you control over your money.
So to get started, head over to ynab.com and click on the Try It Free button to begin the sign up process. YNAB offers a 34-day trial in 2025, giving you plenty of time to experience the system before committing. Enter your email address and create a strong password. Unlike many other services, YNAB doesn't require your credit card information for the trial, so there's no risk of being automatically charged. Once you've entered your basic information, YNAB will immediately ask you about your financial state. This is a crucial first step in the YNAB methodology because it helps tailor the experience to your specific situation. You'll see questions about your current financial goals, whether you're living paycheck to paycheck, trying to get out of debt, or looking to optimize your savings. Be honest with your answers, as they'll help YNAB provide relevant guidance throughout your journey. After completing this questionnaire, you'll need to verify your email address. Check your inbox for a verification email from YNAB and click on the confirmation link. If you don't see it right away, check your spam folder. This verification step ensures the security of your account and enables all of YNAB's features. Once your email is verified and back in YNAB, the system will begin to set up your budget structure. YNAB automatically categorizes your spending into three main groups: wants, needs, and bills. This simplified structure makes budgeting less overwhelming for beginners while still covering all essential areas of your finances. Rather than jumping straight into recording transactions, YNAB now offers the option to set targets for each category first. This is the approach that I recommend, as it helps you establish clear financial boundaries from the beginning. Look for the option that says Set Targets First and select it. On the left side of your screen, you'll see the target setting panel. Click on Set Target to begin. This is where YNAB's power really starts to shine. For each category, you can now define exactly what you're trying to achieve financially. When setting a target, you'll notice you have flexibility in how you structure your goals. You can choose whether you want to budget monthly, weekly, or yearly, depending on what makes sense for that particular expense. For example, groceries might be weekly and vacation savings yearly. In the first input box, you'll set the amount of money you need for this category. YNAB includes a built in calculator here, which is incredibly helpful. For instance, if you're budgeting for groceries or electricity and you typically spend about $75 per week, you can enter 75 times 4 to calculate a monthly budget of $300. This calculator works for any basic arithmetic, saving you from switching between apps. The second line allows you to set a deadline for when you need this money. This is particularly useful for saving goals or irregular expenses. If you're saving for a vacation in 6 months, you would select that date here. YNAB will then calculate how much you need to set aside each month to reach your goal on time. In the last box, you have the option to enter how much money you want to set aside for the next month. This feature aligns with YNAB's Age Your Money principle, helping you gradually break the paycheck to paycheck cycle by planning ahead. Once you've filled in all the necessary information, click on Set Target to confirm. YNAB will now display a visual representation of your target. If you click on the category again, you'll see a progress bar that allows you to track how close you are to meeting your target. This visual feedback is incredibly motivating as you progress on your financial journey. If you realize you've made a mistake or your circumstance has changed, don't worry. Simply click on the Edit button next to your target and you can adjust any of the details. This flexibility is a key strength of YNAB as it acknowledges that financial planning is rarely static. After setting up your targets for each category, click on Continue to move on to the next step. YNAB will now ask you about your current bank balance. This is where you connect your actual financial position to your budget plan. Click on Add Balance and an additional page will appear in the right panel. Then click on Add Account to begin. At this point, YNAB gives you two options. You can either link your bank account directly to YNAB for automatic transaction importing, or you can manually input your data. Let's look at both options. If you choose to link your account, YNAB will present a search field where you can find your financial institution. Once you select your bank, you'll need to enter your online banking credentials. YNAB uses bank level encryption to ensure your information remains secure. After entering your credentials, you'll select which accounts you want to import: checking, savings, credit cards, and so on. YNAB will then connect to your bank and import your recent transactions and current balances. If you prefer to keep your banking credentials private, or if your bank isn't supported, you can select the unlinked option instead. You'll give this account a nickname, select account type, and manually enter your current balance. While this requires more ongoing effort as you'll need to enter transactions manually, many YNAB enthusiasts actually prefer this method as it keeps them more engaged with their spending. Whichever method you use, you can always add additional accounts later. Many YNAB users start with just their primary checking account and main credit card, then gradually add other accounts as they become more comfortable with the system. Once you've added your accounts, the next critical step is to assign your money. This is where YNAB's first principle, give every dollar a job, comes into play. YNAB will show you your total available balance and prompt you to allocate this money. You can choose to either set it aside in the savings category or assign it to immediate expenses. This decision should be based on your financial priorities. If you have bills due soon, assign money there first. If you're working on building an emergency fund, you might want to allocate some money to savings. The key is that every dollar should be intentionally assigned somewhere. No money should be left floating without a specific purpose. As you use YNAB over time, you'll want to check in on your progress and analyze your spending patterns. This is where the Reflect tab becomes invaluable. Click on it to view a comprehensive summary of your financial activity. YNAB provides several powerful reports here. The spending breakdown reports show you exactly where your money has gone, with colorful charts breaking down your spending by category. Spending trends make this analysis a step further by showing how your spending has changed over time. The net worth report tracks your overall financial position by subtracting your liabilities from your assets. Finally, the income versus expense report compares what you've earned against what you've spent. Now let's talk about one of YNAB's most powerful features, the Budget tab and its filtering capabilities. When you navigate back to the Budget tab after setting up your accounts and targets, you'll see a comprehensive overview of all your expenses and budget categories. This is your financial command center where you'll make most of your money decisions. At the top of this budget view, YNAB provides specialized filtering options that make budget management much more efficient. These filters allow you to quickly identify and focus on specific aspects of your budget that need attention. The underfunded filter is particularly useful during your regular budget reviews. The overfunded filter works in the opposite way, showing you categories where you've actually allocated more money than your target requires. When you select the money available filter, YNAB displays only categories that currently have funds available to spend. The snoozed filter is designed for categories you've temporarily decided to ignore or put on hold. And that's the full YNAB tutorial for beginners in 2025.